Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You'll give me the encouragement to keep making more videos so we can bake along together. Zest half an orange and juice the entire fruit. Place 2 tablespoons of juice into a small pot that we'll bring to a boil. Add our water, sugar, and zest. We'll use the remaining juice later for the icing. Add cranberries and stir. Don't be hypnotized by the gorgeous glaze. Keep stirring for 5 to 7 minutes as the berries soften or reach 220 degrees Fahrenheit. As the jam-like appearance begins to emerge, use a handheld immersion blender. Leave only small chunks of cranberry. We're always short on time, so an ice bath speeds up the cooling process with thermodynamics. Metal bowls are more ideal because their free electrons efficiently transfer heat. We're technically not cooling the sauce, we're quickly transferring the heat through the bowl into the ice bath. With our sauce complete, we move to the cake. Measure all-purpose flour by lightly scooping and leveling with the back of a knife. Add cardamom, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. After sifting, set our dries aside on some parchment paper. For flavor, we're going for the oils in the Flavor-Dough while avoiding the bitterness of the white pith. The oil glands, tiny pockets inside this peel, serve as a defense system for the orange. When dissolved, they release an incredible aroma and flavor. The creaming step requires our butter to soften to 68 degrees Fahrenheit or room temperature. Avoid the microwave. A professional tip is to beat our butter with a rolling pin between parchment paper. In 5 minutes, our butter will be at the ideal temperature. In a large mixing bowl, add our butter, sugar, zest, and vanilla. During the critical creaming stage, when we beat butter and sugar together, the sugar crystals cut into the soft butter, creating air pockets. Butter has unique baking properties. It's solid at room temperature, but unlike other saturated fats, it's capable of holding air when whipped. We want that prized characteristic of lightness, and room temperature butter makes this possible. If our eggs came straight out of the refrigerator, we'll want to bring them to room temperature by submerging them in a cup with warm water for about 5 minutes. Add your eggs one at a time. Eggs and butter don't mix naturally. For a bit of chemistry, butter is at least 80% fat, while eggs contain large amounts of water. Adding eggs one at a time gives the mixture time to emulsify. The result will be a finer crumb. Take your time and scrape down your bowl between your mixing to create a uniform consistency. Alternate between adding the next dry and wet ingredients in 5 steps, ending with your dry. Adding all of the dry ingredients causes the batter to thicken, yielding a tougher cake. Adding the sour cream all at once saturates the mixture and causes the batter to separate. Use a spatula for mixing. The wide blade pushes and lifts ingredients and gently cuts through the mixture. Coffee cakes are slightly different from quick breads and contain a bit more sugar and fat, but less so than butter cakes. The final product is lighter and has a finer crumb than quick breads, but less sweet and intense than butter cakes. Prepare a cake pan with a little non-stick spray that contains flour. Finish with our remaining batter and smooth our top with an offset spatula. Bring a small pot of water to boil and use a zester to get about 20 long strands of orange peel. We're boiling the peel for about 5 minutes to remove any bitterness. Empty the pot and refill with half a cup of water. Add our sugar and orange peel and bring to a boil. Remove our peel and place on a drying rack. We can use the same syrup for our cranberries. Reduce the heat to medium. If the syrup is too hot, our cranberries may burst. Let the cranberries soak for a few minutes. It's time for our last item, our icing. Add our powdered sugar with our remaining 2 tablespoons of orange juice. Mix slowly with our spatula until our icing is smooth and thick. Place our icing into a piping bag with a round tip. Now that our orange peel and cranberries have dried, they can be rolled in fine sugar to give a crystallized, festive appearance. We'll want our cake to cool, but still have a slight warmness to help our icing spread. We're going to pipe a ring around our cake, making sure we're not dragging the tip, but having it hover slightly above the cake. We can use our reliable offset spatula to create a smooth, glossy finish. We'll need to work quickly before the icing firms. Our cake's warmth will help the icing beautifully peer over the edge of our cake and serve as an ideal canvas for our candied orange peels and cranberries. Our cake is ready for a warm drink and a lazy afternoon shared with friends and family. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You'll give me the encouragement to keep making more videos so we can bake along together.
You bake it yourself?
I did!